Hello. Could you explain to us the process of applying for a student university loan?
Okay, so what you do is you apply a little bit nearer the time. In February, March time, the government will release the new figures for student finance. We as at college will notify you that that's happening, and you actually apply the GovUK student finance website. You look up and you register on there first of all, and then you do your application from there. But we'll let you know when that's about to happen. So you can't apply until the next cycle comes in place, end of February time.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. And once I've completed a university, how do I pay the money back to the bank if I haven't got those financial stability at the moment?
So you don't really need to worry about how you pay the money back, because the government will take it via, like a tax, directly from you. So it's linked to your national insurance number. So if you're in work, then your employer will pay you through your national insurance number. They'll take that link and they will directly take the money from you. So therefore, if you're not working, they don't take the money. It's just paid directly back. Whenever you're working in the UK, that just goes directly out. So.
Okay, thank you for clearing that.
Do you think higher education should be free in the UK?
I think it'd be fantastic if it was free, but it's been a long time now, it's been a lot of years that it hasn't been, unfortunately. I guess it's tightening up of costs and the fact that so many more students now go to university. So 20 years ago it was still free, but I guess it's the financial pressures that we now do have to pay for it. If it could be free, it would be fantastic. It would open it up even wider to more people, so yes.
Are there any benefits to students paying fees for higher education?
Not that I'm aware of. I was thinking about this. So when I went to university, it was free. I think the number of guided learning hours we had, taught hours, was much the same. My children have both been at university recently, and I can't see any benefits or any difference by the fact that they have to pay for it. So I think it's a similar service.
And did you know that universities are free in Scotland and many other countries around the world? And how does it make you feel that we have to pay higher education in the UK?
Yeah, it's a real shame, and compared to Scotland, and anyone that's born in Scotland can then access the education for free, it then highlights how different it is in England and in Wales that we have to pay, so it is a real shame. The situation there is, for anyone there, is really good, and as I was saying, I've heard of people who've talked about actually going over the border to have their children so they can get free education, because it's a massive difference. I think maybe in time that will change. There's talk that maybe they'll have to reduce that because it's the same, its costs as it is for everybody, but it would be fantastic if it's free.
Thank you, that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Should universities be for free in the UK?
I believe that universities should be free. As I'm taking part in a uni currently, I don't really see the point of kind of paying like you don't normally pay in secondary school. So it would be cool to not have to pay, but I do understand why they need to.
Are there any benefits for students paying fees for higher education?
Currently, I kind of do think there are benefits to paying. It kind of allows you to be more independent, and you get payment from the government to go to uni. So you're kind of, even though you do have to pay, it doesn't seem like you need to, so it's kind of good in both ways.
Should universities be for free in the UK?
I think in the UK, university should be for free. If other places have got opportunities to do it, that's great, but there's also a lot of people here who would like the opportunity to go to university, but they can't because they struggle with money or can't afford the bursary.
Should universities be for free in this country?
Yes. I'm so sorry. We do occupational therapy, and we are required to do around 1,000 hours of placement, and we don't get paid for it. We have to work around 37.5 hours a week, if you do nursing or adult nursing, you guys actually have to like do a lot more placement hours, and they do night shifts, they do day shifts. I have friends exactly. Friends literally lose sleep over placement, and I feel like it's just unfair that we have to go to uni to pay for the placement, tuition and stuff like that. Bear in mind, we're not getting paid for it.
Although we do get the bursary.
We get bursary, but is there enough to actually cover everything? No. Accommodation, maintenance, self-care, maintenance, none.
Are there any benefits for students paying for higher education in the UK?
I feel as though they've got more experience, obviously a higher education, because they've gone to obviously possibly better schools to have that higher education. So it would be better, like they've got more advantages than someone who's gone to possibly a public school rather than a private school.
And if you knew that in Scotland, for example, education is there for free, and also many other countries around the world, especially really, really poor countries, universities are for free there. So how does that make you feel that we have to pay for higher education in the UK?
I feel like it's good, like places that can't afford it as much, they've got it for free. But I feel as a whole, education should be free. It shouldn't just be a privilege for the people who can afford it. I think everyone should have a chance to have an education, whether it is primary, secondary or higher up in university.
That's perfect, that's all I have, thank you. Any benefits for students paying fees for higher education?
Not really.
University gets money.
Yeah, I mean they get the
lecturers
money.
get paid?
They get paid, which is good for them. But sometimes it's kind of like, does the uni actually, give us the information that we need to pass the degree or even just get to that job? Do you get what I mean?
Should universities be for free in this country?
I believe that universities should be free to UK residents, same as up in Scotland. I definitely think they should. It encourages more people to go to university and actually take part in their lectures. It means education for all as well, for all of the community. Everyone deserves free education. So.
Present what you need to say about uni and why should it be free?
It should be free because students and certain youth members don't have, such qualifications to get a job. So I feel like it should be cheaper for like all students and like kids, well not kids, well,
young adults.
Yeah,
young adults.
Young adults to get into university. Why do you think it should be cheap?
So I think even people with an EHCP should get the things that they should need. Say if they want to head into lawyer, they should be able to have that the accessibility to do that course and to do that provided education that they would like, instead of having to pay if they don't have that source of money.
Is it fair for students paying for higher education in this country?
I suppose so, because they're getting more professional teachers and more budget.
I think it is fair.
If the government funded everything wouldn't be great.
Annoyingly, that means the rich will have better education in general though, so more politicians will just be in their political houses just purely from their education, which they paid for, so it is kind of a win-lose situation in a way.
And did you know, for example, in Scotland, education is there for free, and also many other countries around the world, even really poor countries, education is for free there as well. So how does that make you feel about we have to pay for education here?
Pretty annoying. It is pretty annoying, yeah. But at the same time, the government pays for a lot of things, so true. We need more money.
True. We don't want taxes going higher. Oh, that's another thing.
Oh, that's great, that's everything I have, thank you.
Thank you.
And also, if you didn't know, in Scotland, for example, universities are for free there, and also other places around the world, like really like broke countries with low GDP, universities are for free there. So how do you feel about that for us having to pay for higher education in this country?
I don't think it's fair. That's an opinion. Like I said, I think everyone should be allowed to be accessed to this type of education. So it doesn't matter what type of uni, but if it's anything higher than, let's say, Harvard, I think it's then fair to pay, because you wanted to pay for that higher standard of education. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Do you have anything to share as well?
Not much.
accomplice.
Be quiet, please be quiet. But my fellow class member right here, Effie, has said everything quite well. So we'll leave it as that, Mike.
Thank you very much.
That's all great. Thank you very much for
Thanks so much for your time today, bro.